कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरवनहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे। जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम। जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय शिला प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रधीश डिवाइन ग्रेस एवं चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत महाराज स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रधीश डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामाचार्य शिला हरदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की। नवदेव श्री मायापुर धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगा माई जमुना माई की। सामवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. गौर हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today is Vaman Dwadashi, the appearance day of Lord Vamanadeva, and also it's the appearance day of Jiva Goswami. So we will discuss little bit on both the topics. So first we will discuss about Lord Vamanadeva. So this is a shlok from Dashavatar Stotra. Chalayasi vikramane balimadbhuta vaman. Please repeat. पद नख नीरज नित जन पावन। केशव धृता वामन रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। Please repeat. चलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन। पद नख नीरज नित जन पावन। केशव धृता वामन रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। चलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन। पद नीरज नित जन पावन। केशव धृता वामन रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। माता जी। छलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुतवामन् पदनखनीरजनितजनपावन केशवधृता वामनरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे छलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुतवामन् पदनखनीरजनितजनपावन केशवधृता वामनरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे. Translation. Victory to Keshava, the Lord of the universe, who assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmin, who by his massive steps deceived Mahabali, and the water emanating from the nail of whose feet made all the living beings holy and divine. River Ganga is believed to have originated from Vishnu's feet. Okay. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. हे श्री सनातन प्रभो करुणाम्बराशे हे रूप दुर्गत जनैक दयावलोक हे भट्टयुग्म सुमते रघुनाथ दास श्री जीव में कुरुत मंदमतेर्दयांतरात् यत्कीर्तनं यस्मरणं यदीक्षणं यद्वन्दनं यच्छ्रवणं यदर्हणं लोकस्य सद्यो विधुनोति कल्मषं तस्मै सुभद्राश्रवसे नमो नमः. नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरा स्वधाम्ना. अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं. हृदयस्य प्रेरणया प्रवर्तितोऽहं वराकरूपोऽपि तस्य हरे पदकमलं वन्दे श्रीचैतन्यदेवस्य. Hare Krishna. So today is Vaman Dwadashi. Lord appears. He tells in Bhagavad Gita the reasons for what he appears. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam. Out of these two reasons, the second reason is secondary. Vinashaya cha dushkratam. the vinash, the destruction of the enemies of the devotees, the demons, it can be done by the energies of the Lord. But the primary reason why the Lord appears is Paritrana Sadhuna, to protect his devotees. Protection not only from the demons, but protection from his virah, like devotees are separation from him. So Lord appears. So the most important reason why the Lord appears is to glorify his devotees. Like Lord Nrsimhadev, he appeared to glorify Prahlad Maharaj. Lord Krishna, he appeared to glorify the Brajavasis, the Yadavas. Similarly, the Lord Vamanadeva, he appeared to glorify Bali Maharaj. So this avatar of Lord Vamanadeva, it is mentioned in Laghu Bhagavatamrita that it comes under two categories. It is a Leela avatar as well as it is a Manvantara avatar. Leela avatar because Lord performed Leela here, and it is also one of the Manvantara avatar. So Manvantar is the period between two Manus, Manu Antara. The period between the two Manus, it is called Manvantara. So in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, and each of the Manus duration, one avatar of the Lord takes place. So there are many Manvantara avatar, and most of the Manvantara avatar happen only once in a day of Brahma. But there are some exceptions. There are some Manvantara avatar which take place more than once also. For example, Matsya avatar and Varaha avatar, they are like more than once also. Similarly, this Vaman avatar, this also happens more than once in a day of Brahma. The first time this Vaman avatar happened is in the Swayambhuva Manvantar. First Manvantar, it is mentioned in the Padma Puran that there was a demon whose name was Vaskali. And this Vaskali, he captured the heavens, the abode of Indra. At that time Lord Vamanadeva appeared, and that time also he begged 3 steps of land from Vaskali. and that time Vaskali, he had to surrender everything to the Lord, and at last Vaskali prayed to Lord Vamanadeva that please kill me so that I can get liberation. Ultimately he also became the devotee of the Lord. This is the first instance which Rupa Goswami quotes in Laghu Bhagavatamrita. Second instance he mentions from the Vamana Puran. So there was a demon whose name was Dhundhu. So he was a Danava, the son of Kashyap and Danu. And this Danava, Dhundhu, he was very powerful, and he performed great austerities and won lot of powers from Lord Brahma, and became so powerful that he defeated Indra and captured in the heaven. Further, he was so powerful that Shukracharya inspired him to go and capture Brahmalok also. So he captured Brahmalok also. So Lord appeared and defeated him and got back the Brahmalok and the abode of Indra from him. This is the second instance. And the third instance, which is mentioned in the Bhagavad Puran, where the Lord appeared to get the heavens from Bali Maharaj, to deliver Bali Maharaj. So it is mentioned in great details in Bhagavad Puran, in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Bali Maharaj is the son of Virochan. He is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, the great devotee. And he is the great-grandson of Hiranyakashipu. Great-grand-nephew of Hiranyaksha. It's a very interesting family lineage in which Bali Maharaj is born. So, Bali Maharaj, after the Devasur Sangram, he led the demons against the Devatas. So, in that, before that, Samudra Manthan happened. And in the Samudra Manthan, churning of the milk ocean, the Lord took the form of Mohini Murti and gave the Amrit nectar to the demigods. And the demons, they were bereft of that nectar, so they were very angry, and they declared a battle against the demigods. The fierce Devasur Sangram took place at that time, in which Bali Maharaj was almost dead. So he was carried back by the soldiers to Shukracharya, and many other generals were also like that. And Shukracharya revived his life by the Mrit Sanjeevani Vidya which Shukracharya has. And he also revived many other demon generals also at that time. So when this happened, Bali Maharaj, he became a great fond of Shukracharya. So he became fully surrendered to Shukracharya and other Bhrigvanshi Brahmanas, and he used to serve them with everything, whatever he had, his body, his mind, his words, his wealth, everything whatever he had, he used to serve the Brahmanas and Shukracharya. So by his demeanor, by his disposition, by his service attitude, the Brahmanas, the Bhrigvanshi Brahmanas, Shukracharya, they became very pleased with him. and they made him do one sacrifice. The name of that sacrifice was Vishwajit Yagya. So from this Yagya only, the paraphernalia for the battle came out. A chariot came out, the horses came out, an invincible bow also came out, a quiver came out that was inexhaustible. So all these things came out from the battle itself. Shukracharya further gave his own conch shell to Bali Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj also put one garland, the victory garland around the neck of Bali Maharaj. So decorated with all this paraphernalia, Bali Maharaj gained so much of immense power, he became almost invincible. He was radiating light and energy from his body. Nobody could stand in front of him. So much so that when he went to Indra, surrounded by his generals, all his generals also seated on the chariots, and all of them attacked the abode of Indra, Amravati. And when they attacked, they surrounded the Amravati from all the sides, and seeing this, the demigods, they were struck with fear. What is this? This is our old enemy whom we killed, and now he is coming with such great might, with great strength. What is the reason for all this? So the reason was that he got the blessings of the Bhrigvanshi Brahmanas. So this principle is very important, the principle of the blessings. Why Bali Maharaj became so powerful? Because of the blessings of the Brahmanas. So in our life also, if we want to move very swiftly in our devotional service, we need the blessings of the devotees. These blessings of the devotees are very instrumental in our spiritual life. They are like the engine of the spiritual life. So, and these blessings, this process of blessings is very subtle. It's not that sometimes the devotees come and they fall at the feet. Prabhuji, please put your hand over me. They forcibly take the hand and put like this. So, this may not be done if a person is sincere and he wins the heart of some devotee. That devotee may not say also anything. He just becomes pleased within his heart by the service of another devotee. Then then automatically the blessing will come upon the other devotee who has rendered the service. It is very subtle, because Parmatama is there in our heart also, and the Parmatama is there in others' hearts also. So this Parmatma connection makes it possible for the blessings to transfer and it happens very powerfully. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10 topics are discussed. Atra sargo visargo va sthanam poshanam utaya manvantara ishanukatha nirodho muktirashraya. So the topic of the 7th canto is Utaya. Uti, Srila Swami explains, karma vasana, the desires that is there within the heart. This is called Uti. So there are 2 types of desire. Vishnu Chakravarti mentions. One is the auspicious desire, the another is inauspicious desire. Auspicious desire is the desire for service, desire for serving the Supreme Lord, serving Vaishnavas, and inauspicious desire is the desire for sense gratification, the desire to lord it over the material nature, desire for enjoying the sense objects of this world. So Vishnu Chakravarti mentions there, this auspicious desire within the heart automatically comes when a great devotee of the Lord becomes pleased with us. Automatically auspicious desires starts coming in our heart. In Bhagavatam also, Shushrosho Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharichi Syad Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevana. When serves the great souls, automatically he gets the taste for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the result of the service to the great souls. That auspicious desires starts penetrating within the heart of a person. And the example is Prahlad Maharaj in 7th canto. And the opposite is also true. If some great souls become angry with somebody, automatically inauspicious desire to enjoy this material world, automatically starts coming within the heart. So that is why we need to count on the blessings of the devotees. So Bali Maharaj, he got the blessings of the Brahmanas, his Guru Shukracharya. And this principle is not only true in the spiritual life, it is also true in the material life also. Anytime we see outside circles also, people with great respect serve their teacher. And if they do that, they will be very easily, they will be able to assimilate the lessons that are taught by the teachers. This is true, this principle is universal in spiritual life, in material life. So Bali Maharaj, he was favored by the Brahmanas and surrounded by his generals, he marched towards Amravati. And when the demigods, Indra, saw the power, invincible power of Bali Maharaj, he was struck with fear and he ran towards Brihaspati to ask what is happening. This is our same enemy whom we killed in the Devarsu Sangram, and now he is coming with this invincible might. It appears that he will swallow the entire heaven only. So Brihaspati said, yes, you are correct. He is your old enemy, but now he has the support of the Brahmanas. The Bhriguvanshi Brahmanas, the Shukracharya, they are so pleased with the service attitude of Bali Maharaj that they have kept their Brahmanical prowess, Brahma Tej, within Bali Maharaj. This is not Kshatriya valor. This is the Brahmanical prowess. So you better run away. If some Kshatriya is challenging another Kshatriya, he can go and fight. But a Kshatriya cannot fight with the Brahma Tej. This is the Brahmanical prowess. The Bhriguvanshi Brahmanas have kept their Brahma Tej, their Brahmanical prowess within Bali Maharaj. So you cannot fight with him. If you try to fight with him, you will be simply crushed. So it is better for you to run away. Now time is on their side, so you run away and hide yourself. It is the time for them. So they did like that. So demigods, they were in the pathetic situation. They were running from here to there, like refugees, not having proper nutrition to eat. So it was very difficult time for them. And Mother Aditi, she was depressed to see the condition of their children. No matter how the child is, the mother always cares for the children. So Mother Aditi, she was very worried seeing the precarious condition of the demigods, that what is happening, and how they will get their food, their home is also taken away from them. So she was very depressed, but she could not do anything because her husband Kashyap Muni was doing tapasya. He was doing austerity to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So after a long time, Kashyap Muni came to the ashram, and in the ashram he saw that the environment was very dull. The Aditi was very despondent. She was not very happy. So he asked, what's the problem? Is everything fine in the ashram? So Aditi told, yes, everything is fine in the ashram, but there is problem elsewhere. Our children, Indra, Vayu, Varun, they are suffering like anything. They don't have their homes. They are running from here and there in the fear of the demons. They are hiding like refugees. They don't have anything to eat. So this is scorching my heart. Please you do something for this. So Kashyap Muni, first he tried to give the words of wisdom to Aditi, but she could not understand all that. Finally understanding the heart of Aditi, he said, okay, all your desires will get fulfilled if you worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the Payovrit. So this Payovrat is an austerity for 12 days in which a person has to drink milk, observe the rules and regulations, and worship the Supreme Lord, worship Guru, cleanliness, many other things are there in Bhagavatam, what our rules are there. So he instructed Aditi in this Payovrat, and she did this Payovrat for 12 days. So because of this Payovrat, Lord became pleased with her and he appeared in his four-armed form. As soon as the Lord appeared, Aditi, she was very happy. She fell flat, Dandavat, in front of the Lord. Although ladies should not do Dandavat, but she did Dandavat because she was in ecstasy. The tears were flowing from her eyes, her throat got choked up, she could not speak anything. And she got up and finally she controlled and prayed to the Lord. And the Lord, he said, I know why you have worshipped me. I know the desire of your heart, but it won't be the right time to fight with the demons because the time and the Brahmanas are on their side. But my bhakti is invincible. My bhakti will never go in vain. Because you have performed my bhakti, I will certainly do something. You should worship your husband with great chastity and with great faith. And if you do that, I will enter into the body of your husband and then further into your womb and will take birth as your son and will do the needful. So Aditi did the same thing. She started worshipping her husband with great faith and with great chastity. And in the right time, Lord appeared within the body of Kashyap Muni. And Kashyap Muni also understood that now an Ansha of Vasudeva is there within my heart. And from Kashyap Muni, the Lord was transferred to the womb of Aditi. And on this day, today, on the Dwadashi day, today's Dwadashi is called Vijaya Dwadashi, the day of victory, the Dwadashi of the bright fortnight, Shukla Paksh of the month of Bhadrapad. Lord appeared as in the four-armed form. First he appeared in the four-armed form in the midday, and he was decorated with all his signs like Shrivats, Kaustubh, Vaijayanti Mala, decorated in Pitambar. Then in front of everyone's eyes, he transformed himself into a small, beautiful Brahmana boy. And he was having a golden complexion. His hairs were golden in color. And then all the demigods, all the rishis, the sages, they assembled there to celebrate the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they started giving different types of gifts. Brihaspati gave him the Yagyopravid, sacred thread. The Surya god Savita himself gave the Gayatri mantra. His mother Aditi gave the Kopin. Kashyap Muni gave the Mekhala. Mekhala is a kind of rope which the brahmacharis wear. It's made of moonj. What do you say moonj in English? I don't know. A kind of grass. A rope is made from that and put around the waist of the brahmachari. So Kashyap Muni gave that Mekhala. And then the mother earth, she gave the deer skin for covering the Lord. And other demigods also gave different things, like Saraswati gave the Rudraksh beads, and Chandra gave the stick for the brahmachari, and then Lord Brahma gave the Kamandal, the water pot, the Saraswati gave the Rudraksh beads, Kubera gave the begging bowl and the Bhiksha Patra, and Annapurna, Mother Parvati, she gave the first alms to the Batu brahmachari. So in this way, but on the other side, Bali Maharaj was also very pious, and he did 100 Ashwamedh Yajna, that is the qualification for the Indra. He performed all the 100 Ashwamedh Yajna, and he was very pious, and he was ruling the entire universe with great might, and he was very religious. So he was continuously performing the fire sacrifices. So on one such sacrifice which he was doing on the bank of Narmada, in a place called Bhrigukach. So this place is in the heavenly planets, in the bank of Narmada. Narmada, not this Narmada, the Narmada which is there in the heavens. And there was a place called Bhrigukach. So he was performing sacrifice. And in that sacrifice, the little boy Vaman there, he walked with his little feet. And as soon as he entered the arena, everybody was mesmerized with his Brahma Tej. He was radiating light like anything. And everybody got up. Bali Maharaj also got up from his seat in order to honor this little brahmachari. As soon as Bali Maharaj saw Lord Vamanadeva, his heart fell in love with this little boy. And he was thinking, we are perfect match. I am a Kshatriya, he is a Brahman. I can give him some charity. So he wanted to serve the Supreme Lord. So he got up, all the Brahmanas who were doing the sacrifice, they also got up from their seat. Because the tej, the valor and the prowess of this brahmachari was so much that everybody was struck with wonder. So Bali Maharaj approached near and offered him obeisances and gave him a beautiful seat, asan, to sit and washed his feet. And then Bali Maharaj started praising the Supreme Lord. He said, because you have come to this sacrifice, this arena is purified. All the sins have gone away. It appears as if you are a personification of the Brahma Tej of all the Brahma Rishis. Because I have washed your feet, all the pitars, they have been purified, they have been delivered. So I am the owner of this entire universe. At that time he was very proud. Lokanam ekam Ishwaram, he says. I am the Ishwar, I am the controller of all the planetary system. I can give you whatever you want. So you can ask me anything in charity. Whatever you want, I can give you cows, I can give you lands, I can give you jewels. If you want to marry, I can arrange for your marriage also. So whatever you want, I will give you. So please ask. So Vamanadeva, at that time, he started praising Bali Maharaj, and his entire family tradition is praised. And finally he said, yes, I have come to ask something from you. I want 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj was shocked. What? Only 3 steps of land? Your foot are very tiny, small. Your 3 steps will not be my 1 step also. So what will happen in the 3 steps? It was like an Bali Maharaj to give such a small donation. Imagine you go to a crorepati for taking donation, and he says, you ask whatever you want, and you say, please give me 1 rupee. So it is like an embarrassment for him to give also 1 rupee. You should ask something substantial. So Bali Maharaj was also in that mood only. That what is these 3 steps of land? What will happen with this? At that time, Lord Vamanadeva gave the entire lecture on satisfaction, or the principle of satisfaction. No, I want only 3 steps of land. You see, a person who is greedy, who is not satisfied with whatever comes on his own accord, he will never be able to remain happy in life, because his desires will go on increasing. Once he gets something that he wants, immediately his desires will increase. Like this, he gave long lecture. A person who is not satisfied with whatever comes on his own accord, even if he gets the 3 words, he will not be satisfied. This discontent is the path of samsriti. But one who is satisfied, it is the path of liberation. He is sure to get liberation. Like that. So he gave long lecture and he said, I want only 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj said, okay, so be it. But in the meantime, Shukracharya, he intervened. He intervened and he said to Bali Maharaj, Are, you don't know who this fellow is? He is the friend of our enemy. He is Vishnu. And he has come in the guise of a Brahmana boy to trick you. He will cheat you. He will rob you of everything, whatever you have. And finally, you will not be able to keep your promise. But Bali Maharaj said, Are, I have given a promise. I have already told to him that you can take the 3 steps of land. Now, just because I will lose everything, I will lose my kingdom, I will lose all my wealth, how can I take back my promise? It will be a sign of dishonor for me. Because for a Kshatriya, the words are very important. He cannot get away from his words. I have said to him that I will give 3 steps of land, means I will give. Now whatever he does, it's upon him. And if he is Vishnu, anyway he will take it away from me. I will not be able to protect, because he will show his valor and he can take anything from me. So the person whom you are worshipping in the sacrifice, now he is coming in a form of a Brahmana boy and asking me something, so why should I not give him? So he gave many reasons. But Shukracharya is also very intelligent. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Kavinam Ushana Kavi. Among all the intelligent people, I am Ushana. Ushana is Shukracharya. So Shukracharya is also very intelligent and he is very learned in the scriptures. So the problem is that when somebody is learned, then he can prove anything. Take some part of the scriptures and whatever he want to do, whatever he want to say, he can prove anything from the scriptures. So Shukracharya is very learned. He started giving reasons why he should not give charity, even though he has spoken that he will give. He said that okay, you have given the promise to give him 3 steps of land, but there are many situations in which the promises need not be taken care. Like there are some life-threatening situations in life, or there are situations in which your livelihood will get affected, or speaking to a woman, or in the case of a marriage, you can tell lie. Sometimes people tell lie in marriage, or while joking you can tell a lie. So if you give the 3 steps of land to this Brahmana boy, everything will be taken away. Your livelihood will be taken away. So it is better for you to take back your promise and not to follow your words. And by the way, you have not given promise only, because promise means a contract should be there. Just like we purchase a land, we go to the government, get all the papers and get a stamp on that. Then only it's final. It's not that we both make a word deal, then it's final. Earlier it was like that, now it's not like that. Everything should be legal. Similarly, in the Vedic terms, the contract is the word Om. Shukracharya said, while giving the promise, you have not chanted the word Om. So you can take back your promise. He said like that. So like this, he gave 9 reasons why he should not give the land. But Bali Maharaj, he was very thoughtful. He reflected for some time, and he thought to himself, actually the pride of a Kshatriya is very important. I should be truthful. I should not speak a lie. What will happen even if he takes my entire kingdom, all the planetary system, all the wealth he takes away, but I will have this wealth of honor, of being truthful. But if I speak a lie to him, and even if I get all the material opulence, what is the use of this material opulence? So I will do whatever I have said. I will not be treated as a liar. And then he says that Mother Earth can tolerate any type of burden, but she cannot tolerate the burden of a liar. In fact, in this Kali Yuga, This truthfulness is only the one last limb of the religion, dharma, that is prevailing. All that is wobbling, but still there. So he decided, then he also thought that if he is Vishnu, and my Guru Shukracharya knows that he is Vishnu, and he is worshipping Vishnu by the sacrifice, and now he is telling me don't give charity to Vishnu. So what kind of Guru is he? So he said, no, I will not follow my Guru. He turned towards the Lord Vamanadeva and said, you can take your 3 steps of land. Now Shukracharya, he was enraged by all this. Actually, you see, Shukracharya is not inimical to our Lord Vishnu. Because after this entire incident happened, Lord Vamanadeva told Shukracharya that this sacrifice was going on, and I came in between and disturbed the entire sacrifice. Now you do the needful, at least complete this sacrifice which is going on. Then Shukracharya says, Mantratas tantratas chidram deshikalar havastutah sarvam karoti nishchidram nama sankirtanam tavaha. While doing a sacrifice, many faults may come up. The time may not be correct. The paraphernalia that is used for the sacrifice, there may be some impurity in that. The place in which the sacrifice is happening, that may not be good according to the scriptures. So many faults may come up. But when your name is chanted, holy name is chanted, then all the faults, they diminish from that. This who is saying? Shukracharya is saying. But now Shukracharya is saying don't give charity to Vishnu. So actually Lord Vishnu is seated within the heart of Shukracharya, and he is inspiring Shukracharya to prevent Bali Maharaj from giving charity. Why? In order to increase his glory. Because who is Shukracharya? Whatever Bali Maharaj is today is because of Shukracharya only. He was almost dead. Shukracharya gave him life, he gave him the power, he gave him the valor, he gave him the courage to go and become the king of the heavens. So whatever Bali Maharaj is there today is because of Shukracharya. And now is the time for him, for his test, Bali Maharaj test. And everything Guru has given me, and now you have to disobey your Guru only. So very precarious situation for Bali Maharaj, and it is a time of test for him. Because he has to offend one of the two. He cannot avoid. Either he has to offend the Supreme Lord by telling him lie, by taking away his promise, or he has to offend his Guru, who has given him everything, who has made him whatever he is now. So we can imagine the dilemma of Bali Maharaj. But Bali Maharaj chose not to offend Lord Vishnu. And he said, whatever you want, you can take. So Shukracharya was very outraged, and he cursed Bali Maharaj that you will lose whatever you have because you have defied me, and went away. So Lord Vamanadeva, he started expanding himself, and he expanded himself, and with 1 foot he covered the earthly planetary systems, all the 7 dvipas and 7 islands and the oceans, and another foot he raised on the top, and that it covered the upper planetary system. When the foot of the Lord Vamanadeva reached the Brahmaloka, Lord Brahma started worshipping that lotus feet, and Jaman started doing parikrama, and and that lotus feet of the Lord, it pierced the layers of the universe, and some drops of the causal ocean, Karana ocean, they came in and washed the toes of the Supreme Lord, and that became the origin of Mother Ganga. That sacred water, all the demigods came and gathered that water in their pots. Lord Brahma gathered their water in his kamandal, and from there Ganga Devi, that purifies the entire world, that came. So Lord Vamanadeva again brought back, he covered the entire thing. The lower planetary systems, they are within the Bhulok only. They are called Vivar. They are like holes in the earthly planetary system. So for example, we have, ISKCON Vrindavan has this land. This means everything under this land is also property of ISKCON Vrindavan. Correct, right? All the water that is there, if some petrol tank comes out, that is also property of ISKCON Vrindavan. So, because he covered the earthly planetary system, everything, all the 7 lower planetary system are his now. Because he covered the upper planetary system, everything is his now. And his body expanded, everything in the between was his now. So all the 14 planetary system, which were once the property of Bali Maharaj, are now the property of Lord Vamanadeva in just 2 foot. And then he came back to his original size, little boy, cute looking, but now he is very angry. Tell me, where should I put my third leg? Now it's very precarious situation. You can imagine. Bali Maharaj, he defied his guru Shukracharya to be truthful. He wanted to be truthful. He wanted to keep his promise. But Lord created a situation in such a way that now he cannot remain truthful also. Why? Because in the 2 foot he covered the entire, all the planetary system, all the property of Bali Maharaj. Now he doesn't have anything to give to Lord Vamanadeva. So this is the situation in which Bali Maharaj is. And he is scolding that you have given a promise to the Brahmanas and now you are not fulfilling it. So give me the 3rd foot of land or be ready to go to the hells. Like that. Now if you see clearly in this episode, Lord is he's outrightly cheating Bali Maharaj. Chalayasi, the word here is Chalayasi Vikramane Balimadbhut Vaman. Vikraman, by his magnificent steps, he cheated. Chal means cheating. He cheated Bali Maharaj. He showed Bali Maharaj his small, tiny foot. But when he started to take, he became so huge. He covered everything in just 2. This is cheating, correct, right? I show you something and give you something else. So this is cheating, right? And then even after he took all the planetary system, he gave, earlier he gave a lecture on satisfaction. One should be satisfied with whatever he has. If a greedy person, even he gets the 3 worlds, he will not be satisfied. Now what he is doing? He's got all the 3 worlds, got all the 14 planetary system, but he is saying, Tritiyam Upakalpaya, give me the 3rd foot. Where is that principle of satisfaction gone? So clearly this is a cheating for the Bali Maharaj. But Bali Maharaj tolerated. He did not say anything. And on the top of the mind of the Lord, Garudadev came. And Garudadev bound the Bali Maharaj with the Varun Pash. This was even more humiliating for Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj lost everything. He lost his wealth, he lost his property, all the 14 planetary system. He lost his prestige also. And now he is being humiliated, he is being imprisoned by the Lord. And still he is tolerating. In the meantime, all the demons who were assembled there, they said, our king, he is very pious. He is Dikshit in the Yajna, so he cannot fight. And on the top of that, he is very respectable to the Brahmanas. But he is not a Brahman, he is Vishnu in the guise of the Brahman. So what is our duty? We should protect our king. So they started to attack Lord Vamanadeva. But the Parshadas, the Vishnu Dutas came and they flew away all the demons. Now interestingly, in the names of this Parshad, Jai Vijay is also mentioned. The names of Jai Vijay is also mentioned. And this incident is of 7th current Manvantar, Vaivasvat Manvantar. He is the Manvantara avatar for Vaivasvat Manvantar. The Chakshush Manvantar, the 6th Manvantar, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh. These demons were there in the 6th Manvantar. 7th Manvantar, this Vamanadeva incarnation, and recently, now Kali Yuga is going on, the previous Dwapar Yuga, there is Shishupal and Dantavakra. Correct, right? In the 20th Chaturyuga of the Vaivasvat Manvantar which is going on, there was Shishupal and Dantavakra, which is the 3rd birth of Jai and Vijay. But this incident happened somewhere between. And here Jai Vijay is also mentioned there. So Acharyas have commented on this. So anyhow, the Vishnu Dutas, they made the demons to flee away in all the directions. And still Vamanadeva is speaking very harshly to Bali Maharaj that give me the 3rd foot of land. Where should I keep? You are speaking that you are the controller of all the planetary system. And now, where is your pride? Where is your truthfulness? He is speaking like that. So everybody was there. Queen Vindhyavali, the wife of Bali Maharaj, he was being humiliated in front of his wife. A person can tolerate anything, but humiliation in front of his wife. His subjects were there, all his soldiers were there. Everybody in the entire world, they were seeing. And so at last Brahmaji intervened. What is this, O Lord? You get satisfied with patram pushpam phalam toyam. You get satisfied with little water, little fruit. And he has surrendered everything. He has given his wealth, his property, his prestige. And you are not satisfied. You want more. But Lord Vamanadeva, he wanted his 3rd foot of land. So Bali Maharaj, he was silent till now. But now he spoke. And he was very calm and he was very happy that Lord has taken everything. And he said, "Oh Lord, you have taken everything, but still I have one property left. The owner of the land is better than the land. Jamindar is better than Jameen. So you have taken all my wealth, but I am the owner of this wealth. I was the owner of this wealth, and I am still there. So my body, my life is still there. So you please keep your third foot on my head." So this is Atmanivedan, surrender. Not only surrender our belongings, but to surrender oneself. This is the actual Atmanivedan. One can very easily surrender the wealth, his property, his belongings, but to surrender one's mind, one's body, one's energy for the service of the Lord is the real thing. And this is the actual surrender actually. Vritrasura Maharaj prays, "Aham hareta padaikamula dasanudaso bhavitasmi bhuya manasmareda shupater gunamste grinitava karma karotu kaya." Vritrasura Maharaj is praying, "Oh, the Lord of my life, when will that day come when again I will become the servant of your eternal servants? When will my body be engaged in your service? O Lord of my life, with my mind I will always think of you and my words will glorify you." So this is Atmanivedan, to use one's existence for the service of the Lord. So Bali Maharaj was exemplary in this. Although the Lord cheatingly robbed him of everything, whatever he had, he took away his prestige, he thoroughly humiliated him in front of everybody, but still Bali Maharaj surrenders his entire existence to the Supreme Lord. That is why he is one of the Mahajan, one of the 12 authorities from whom to take instructions, that to follow in their footsteps. So Bali Maharaj says, "Actually, O Lord, it appears that you have done some injustice to us, but you are our actual well-wisher. Tvam nunam asuranam no paroksha paramo guru yo no nek madandhanam vibhransham chakshuradishat." So the nature of the material opulence is that makes one blind. So whenever we get a lot of material opulence, we get blind. But taking all that opulence from us, you actually give us the eyesight. Bali Maharaj is praying like this. So after this, Lord also started speaking, and he was very happy now. And so he spoke in 5 slokas that whatever I did with the Bali Maharaj, but still he tolerated everything. He praised Bali Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj also came on the scene, and he was also praising the fortune of Bali Maharaj, that he has been accepted as a servant by the Lord. And then finally the Lord agreed to become the doorkeeper of Bali Maharaj. Until now he is guiding the gate of Bali Maharaj in the Sutal Lok. So you see the fortune of Bali Maharaj. Every day he is getting the darshan of Lord Vamanadeva, his worshipable deity. So and that in the next Manvantar he will become the Indra. In the 8th Manvantara he will become the next Indra. So the main point that we should learn from this is Atmanivedan, surrendering everything. And Bali Maharaj is an Acharya of Atmanivedan Bhakti. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu it is mentioned, this Atmanivedan and Sakhya, they are very difficult. And in the 64 limbs of Bhakti, one is Atmanivedan also and Sakhya also. So he said in the 64 limbs of Bhakti, this Atmanivedan and Sakhya, they are difficult to practice. And they are rare. Rupa Goswami says there. So this Atmanivedan, surrendering everything to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. It was exemplified by the character of Bali Maharaj. He is an epitome, he is the pinnacle of surrender. So he is an Acharya of Atmanivedan. And today is also the appearance day of Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami is a stalwart Acharya. What to say about him? And he has written 24 works, 24 books, and in those combinedly he has written more than 4 lakh slokas. He is almost equivalent to what Vyasdev has written in all the Puranas. Alone he has compiled 4 lakh slokas, in which there are works like Gopal Champu, Dashat Sandarbhas. So all the philosophical treatise of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is coming from Jiva Goswami. Rupa Goswami is called Rasacharya, because he has given us Ujjal Nilmani, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, how to practice bhakti, the mellows of the devotional service. But the philosophy, the Siddhanta Paksha is coming from Jiva Goswami. And the Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva, whatever we study, is given by Jiva Goswami, the Sandarbhas and all those. And he was born in 1511. And Mahaprabhu came to meet Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami in what is that place? That in Bengal, when he was going to Vrindavan, Ramkeli, he came to meet Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And that time Jiva was little boy, maybe 2-3 years old. He came in 1513 or 14, something like that. So he was a small boy. At that time he saw how his father, his uncles, they are surrendering their life at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So from very small childhood, he was a devotee of the Lord. And he used to, at the time when the small kids, they play with the toys, they roam here and there and play with other kids. At that time, Jiva Goswami used to worship his small deities of Krishna and Balram. So one night he got a dream that his Krishna Balram deities, they transformed themselves into Gaur Nitai. And again into Krishna Balram, like that. In the dream he saw that. And he was very fond of the scriptures. When he was a small boy, his mother used to tell him the stories from the Puranas, and very easily he used to grasp all those stories, past times. And when he became a little younger, in his teens, he wanted to meet Lord Chaitanya and Nityanand Prabhu. So he travelled to Navadvip, and in Navadvip he met Nityanand Prabhu. And Nityanand Prabhu personally took him to the parikrama of Navadvip. Navadvip Mandal Parikrama. Personally Nityanand Prabhu made him do that. And then he wanted to go to Jagannath Puri to see the pastime place of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially his Anta Leela pastimes. But Jiva Goswami said, ki for your family, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have reserved Vrindavan. So you better go to Vrindavan and serve under the guidance of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. But before that, stop in Banaras, Kasi. And there you should study the scriptures thoroughly. You should study Vedanta, Sanskrit, and you should study Nyaya under Madhusudan Vachaspati. So he very quickly he became a great stalwart acharya there in Banaras also. And many people there used to come and consult Jiva Goswami regarding this Vedanta and Nyaya, like that. And finally he arrived in Vrindavan. And Vrindavan he approached Sanatana Goswami for Diksha. But Sanatana Goswami handed him over to Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami initiated him. And after initiation, Rupa Goswami gave him menial services. He was the stalwart acharya. He was such a knowledgeable person. He was a scholar. But Rupa Goswami gave him menial services of washing the pots, cooking for the deities, preparing the pages from the leaves, Bhojpatra, for Rupa Goswami to write, fanning the deities. So he gave him menial services. And many pastimes are there of the Jiva Goswami. Like one of the pastimes is there that Digvijay Pandit came. His name was Rup Narayan. And he was boasting himself that I am the Digvijay Pandit. And he came to do Shastrarth with Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. But Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they were not interested in these useless talks. Because they asked that, why do you want to do Shastrarth? He said, see, I have defeated all the scholars and I have their signatures here. So I want to defeat you also. Said, oh, what is the need for Shastra? Give me, I will sign that we have been defeated. So in their beautiful writings, they signed there that we have been defeated by Rup Narayan. So they didn't want to get into these useless talks. This was the main reason. Because whenever there is some useless talks, then arguments flow. And then there is arguments, there will be debates. And when there will be debates, there will be blasphemy. And when there is blasphemy, a person won't be able to chant the holy name without offense. And if that is there, then the samsara will be there, samsriti will be there, again birth, again death. So that is why the devotees, they are not interested in useless arguments. In fact, this is one of the principles of bhakti, 64 limbs of bhakti which Rupa Goswami mentions in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that unnecessarily don't do debate with anyone, because it will simply destroy your bhakti. So they were not interested and they signed, okay, we have been defeated. We'll take 5 more minutes. Today breakfast is also not there. It'll take 5 more minutes. So he was boasting himself that I have defeated Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and then he went to Jiva Goswami. See, I have defeated your gurus. I have defeated. So you also better accept your defeat. He said, what? You have accepted? You have defeated Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami? Impossible. They are like Brihaspati in their scholarship. You can never defeat them. Out of their humility, they have signed here. If you are real scholar, then debate with me. Then Jiva Goswami debated with him and defeated him. So he said, see, I am a small boy and disciple of Rupa Goswami. I have defeated you. So what to say of Rupa Goswami? So this is the main reason why he debated, because he wanted to protect the pride of his gurus. He wanted to protect the pride of the sampradaya. So he did that debate. He doesn't want his own glories to spread. But Rupa Goswami, when he came in front of Rupa Goswami heavily chastised him. Oh, you want honor? You want prestige? This Vrindavan is not the place of honor and prestige. Those who want this, they better go out from there. So he better go out from. So he sent him away. Like this, Rupa Goswami. So this was to teach a lesson to all of us actually. That so long we want pride, honor and prestige, we cannot actually understand Vrindavan. We will just remain whoring on the outer surface of Vrindavan. The mellows of Vrindavan, the bhakti that is there in the ground of Vrindavan, the bhav of Vrindavan can only be understood when one is devoid of this false prestige, the desire to get name, fame and glory. So this was a lesson for all of us, not for Jiva Goswami. On another occasion, a great stalwart devotee named Vallabhacharya came to visit Rupa Goswami, and he was writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu at that time. Now Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they used to honor Vallabhacharya because they used to see Vallabhacharya as a friend of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they used to heavily honor Vallabhacharya. And Vallabhacharya came and asked, oh Rup, what are you writing? He said, I am writing a book on the principles of bhakti, the philosophy of bhakti, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So he took his papers in which he was writing, and that time Rupa Goswami was writing a shlok, Bhukti Mukti Pishachi Yavat, Pishachi Bhukti Mukti Spriha Yavat, Pishachi Hriday Vartate, Tavat Bhakti Rasasyasya Katham Abhyudayo Bhave. So long there is a desire to enjoy the things of this material world, desire to get liberation, how will one can relish the mellows of bhakti? He was writing this shlok to prove the significance of bhakti greater than moksha also, liberation also. But Vallabhacharya said, okay, bhukti is fine, you are comparing bhukti to a pishachi. Pishachi means monstrous. You are comparing the desire to enjoy the things of this world to a monstrous. But what you have compared liberation to a monstrous? It is not good. The liberation is worshipped by many great sages. So you should edit this. So he said, yes, I will edit. But in the meantime, when Vallabhacharya was going to take bath in the Yamuna river, Rupa Goswami told Jiva Goswami to help Vallabhacharya. And he was going along with Vallabhacharya and he said, you see, actually, whatever my spiritual master has said is absolutely correct. He has not compared liberation to a monstrous. He has compared the desire for liberation to a monstrous. This desire for liberation, it sweeps away the bhakti. If there is this desire for liberation, then one simply wants to merge into the Brahman effulgence. Then where is the question of bhakti? One will not be able to perform bhakti, because bhakti means the Lord is separate, devotee is separate. Then only there is a question of service. If I am only the Lord, if I am only the God, then how can I serve? So this desire for liberation is condemned. He explained to Vallabhacharya and he agreed, yes, whatever Rupa Goswami has written is perfectly correct. And he came back and he said, Rup, whatever shlok you have written is perfectly correct. Your disciple, Jiv, he explained me everything and was very, very convinced. Your lustrous disciple is very intelligent. So when Vallabhacharya went, then Rupa Goswami was very heavy on Jiva Goswami and said, how dare you correct Vallabhacharya? He is almost equal to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You better get out. At that time, he went to a place near Nandaghat and started in a crocodile hole. He started chanting day and night. He started chanting the holy names of the Lord. Merely if he was eating anything. So once Sanatan Goswami was doing Madhukari in one of the village nearby, and he said, Radhe Shyam, he wanted some Madhukari from there. And the lady of the house, she was doing the washing of the floors with the cow dung, and she was little busy, so she did not come after for quite some long time. So Sanatana Goswami said, Radhe Shyam. Then the lady said, oh, you call yourself Baba? There is another Baba who is living nearby, and he is so renunciate, doesn't beg also. And we give him flour and he mixes it in Yamuna water and drinks it. He day and night he is chanting the holy name. Then Sanatana Goswami was very puzzled. Who is this Baba? And he went there and he saw the Jiva Goswami was there. And Jiva Goswami, because of not getting proper nutrition, he became very sick. A Jalodhar Rog happened to him, and he was very, very sick. And Sanatana Goswami became very sorrowful, and he took Jiva Goswami back to Rup Goswami, and he said to Rup Goswami, Rup, what are the three teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally told me, Name Ruchi, Jive Daya, Vaishnava Sevan, Iha Chadi Ar Nahi Jana Sanatan. Nama Ruchi, to have Ruchi, to have interest in chanting the holy names of the Supreme Lord, to be merciful on the conditioned living entities, Jive Daya, and Vaishnava Sevan, to serve the devotees. So yes, you are having great taste for chanting the holy name. You are serving the Vaishnavas by giving this such wonderful literatures. But what about Jiva Daya? When will you do Jiva Daya? So Rup Goswami immediately understood what Sanatana Goswami meant. And there was Jiva Goswami. So he personally, Rup Goswami personally served Jiva Goswami at that time. Called the Vaidyas and gave him medicine, properly fed him. So such is the Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami very stalwart Acharya, and he lived for quite long time, from 1511 to 1608, almost 97 years. And after Rup Goswami and Sanatana Goswami went into their eternal pastimes, Jiva Goswami became the Acharya for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So, and he made this Gaudiya Vaishnava teachings very systematic by writing books. And he even sent a book distribution party to Bengal, that consisted of his three Siksha disciples, Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, and Shyamanand Thakur. So all these three, and he even established a library in Radha Damodar temple. Earlier he was given deity of Radha Damodar by Rup Goswami. Some say this is the deity which is there in the Radha Damodar, and some say it is in Jaipur. So not sure what it is. So anyhow, so today is the appearance day of this great Acharya, and Srila Prabhupada has said that the devotees on Vrindavan, they should follow in the footsteps of the Acharyas, of the sixth Goswami. They are like ideal for all of us. They have set the standard how to do bhakti. So on today's day, we should pray at the lotus feet of Srila Jiva Goswami to give us the strength to follow the principles of bhakti, to serve the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which has been very wonderfully given to us by Srila Prabhupada. And if we have time, we can go and visit his samadhi that is there in Sri Radha Damodar Mandir. So, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad ki Jai, Vaman Dwadashi Mahamotsav ki, Samved Gaur Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Preman. Yes, please.
Thank you. Just like Vamanadeva tricked Bali Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada in the summer of 1976, they were going to have Rath Yatra in New York City. And there was a law that there's no more festivals allowed. So Prabhupada asked Tosha and Krishna, how did you get permission from the government to have Rath Yatra in New York City down the streets of New York, Fifth Avenue? It's like conquering the world. So Tosha said, we're just going to have some hand carts that we're going to pull. And Prabhupada laughed. He said, yeah, that's in our line. We tell these kind of stories sometimes, that we're only pulling 3 little hand carts. And they're huge chariots down Fifth Avenue. So it says a great victory for Prabhupada conquering the universe like that. You see, with the Rath Yatra, the same tactics as Lord Vamanadeva.
Yes, great souls cheat for a great cause. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.